Here's something nobody told you when you signed up for a high-pressure life. You're working 50-hour weeks. You're eating what you think is healthy. You're doing everything right. And yet there's this constant low-grade anxiety humming in the background. That tightness in your chest before a meeting. That pit in your stomach you can't shake. That sense that no matter how much you accomplish, something still feels off. Most people in your position do what makes sense. They try therapy. They try meditation apps. They try cutting back on coffee. Maybe they get on medication. And some of it helps. A little. Temporarily. But the anxiety comes back. Here's what I found out. And it completely rewired how I think about stress. The source of your anxiety might not be in your head at all. It's in your gut. Your gut, right now, is producing the majority of the chemical that regulates your mood, your calm, your ability to handle pressure. And if your gut is inflamed, imbalanced, or running on empty, your brain literally cannot produce enough of that chemical to keep you stable. That's not a metaphor. That's biology. And in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening inside your body, why every stress management tip you've tried only scratches the surface, and the 3 specific things you can start doing this week to actually fix the root of your anxiety. Stay with me, because this changes everything. Let's start with a number, 42.5 million. That's how many American adults are currently living with an anxiety disorder. That's not people who feel stressed sometimes. That's 42.5 million people with a diagnosed condition, making anxiety the single most common mental health problem in this country. And it's getting worse. In 2022, 32% of US adults said they felt more anxious than the year before. By 2023, that was 37%. By 2024, 43%. Almost half of American adults are getting more anxious every single year. Now here's the question nobody's asking. If we've had therapy for decades, if we have meditation apps on every phone, if anti-anxiety medication is one of the most prescribed drug categories in America, why is anxiety getting worse? Because we've been treating the wrong organ. Think about the professionals around you. I'm talking about the people pulling 10-hour days, skipping lunch, eating whatever's fast, staying up late finishing work, and then wondering why they can't relax, why their mind races before bed, why they feel dread about things that used to be manageable. Here's what's actually happening to that person, and maybe to you. Your gut is on fire, not literally, but biologically. Chronic stress, poor diet, disrupted sleep, and long work hours create something called gut dysbiosis. That's a fancy word for your gut microbiome. The trillions of bacteria living in your digestive system, being thrown completely out of balance. And when your gut microbiome is out of balance, the most important chemical in your body starts to disappear. Serotonin. Here's the fact that stopped me cold when I first read it. Your gut produces approximately 90% of your body's serotonin. 90%. Your brain, the organ you've been trying to fix, only produces about 5% of your serotonin. The rest, it comes from enterochromaffinin cells lining your gut wall. Researchers at the Wiley Journal of Food Science and Nutrition confirmed this directly. The gut is not just involved in mood regulation, it is the primary manufacturer of your calm. So when you have gut dysbiosis, when the bad bacteria have overtaken the good, your serotonin production slows down. Your brain gets less of it. You feel more anxious, more irritable, more reactive. You lie awake with your mind going at full speed. You feel like you're running on empty no matter how much sleep you get. But it doesn't stop there, because the gut-brain connection works in 2 directions. Here's the loop that's destroying busy professionals right now. Step 1, you're under chronic stress. Deadlines, pressure, constant decision-making. Your body releases cortisol. That's normal. Step 2, cortisol directly damages your gut lining. Research published in AJMC shows it weakens what scientists call the gut barrier, the protective lining that keeps harmful bacteria inside your intestines. When that barrier weakens, inflammation leaks into your bloodstream. Step 3, that inflammation travels through a highway called the vagus nerve, the direct nerve connection between your gut and your brain, and it triggers your brain's threat response. More anxiety, more cortisol, more gut damage. Step 4. The damaged gut now produces even less serotonin. So your baseline calm keeps dropping, your threshold for stress keeps shrinking, and things that would have been minor frustrations 6 months ago now feel overwhelming. That's the loop. Stress destroys the gut. The gut destroys the brain's ability to handle stress. Repeat. And the vicious part? Standard anxiety treatment never touches step 1. You can meditate all you want. If your gut is still inflamed, your serotonin production is still compromised. You're managing symptoms while the root cause keeps running. Stanford researchers confirmed this in 2023 when studying long COVID patients. They found that reduced gut-produced serotonin directly impaired vagus nerve activity and cognitive function. When they restored serotonin levels, patients regained full cognitive and emotional regulation. The gut is not a side story, it is the story. So what do you actually do about this? Here are 3 specific, research-backed strategies that address the root cause, not the symptoms. And these are designed for people who are busy, not people who have 2 hours a day to spend on wellness routines. Strategy 1. Add fermented foods to 2 meals a day. I know that sounds too simple, but here's what the science says. A 2025 randomized controlled trial published in the journal Psychosomatic Medicine found that women who took a probiotic supplement consistently showed a 40% reduction in anxiety compared to the placebo group, 40% from gut bacteria. You don't need supplements to get that effect. Fermented foods do the same job. Yogurt with live cultures, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, kombucha, miso. The goal is to eat 1 serving of fermented food with lunch and 1 with dinner. That's it. You're rebuilding the population of beneficial bacteria in your gut microbiome, the ones that produce serotonin precursors and communicate calm to your brain. The key is consistency. This isn't a 1-week fix. Your microbiome shifts over 3 to 4 weeks of regular input, but people who do this consistently start reporting changes in mood within 2 to 3 weeks. Less edge, better sleep. Strategy 2. Eat 25 to 30 grams of fiber every day. Here's something the wellness industry underexplains. Beneficial gut bacteria, the ones making your serotonin, eat fiber. They don't eat protein powder. They don't eat keto fat. They eat fiber. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, and in walnuts and flaxseed, have been shown to reduce intestinal inflammation and protect the gut barrier. The practical version, eat fatty fish twice a week. If that's not realistic, a daily fish oil supplement with at least 1,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA gets the same result. You are rebuilding the wall that cortisol is trying to tear down. Every time you eat anti-inflammatory food, you're pushing back against the stress gut anxiety loop. So here's your action plan starting today. This week, add 1 serving of fermented food to your lunch, yogurt, kimchi, kefir, whatever fits your taste. That's it. 1 change. Let that become automatic over 2 weeks. Then layer in the fiber, then the omega-3s. You don't overhaul everything at once. You build the habits that rebuild the gut, that rebuilds the brain chemistry that handles the stress you're carrying every day. If you found this useful, there's a lot more coming on this channel. We break down the science behind why high-performing professionals feel the way they do, and what actually moves the needle. Hit subscribe and you won't miss it. And if you know someone grinding through a high-pressure season and wondering why the anxiety won't quit, send this to them. This information changes the conversation. All research links are in the description. Go check them. The science is solid.